Hello beer tubers and welcome to yet another Versus Beers with me, Peter, the master of hopheads, today battling two hazy beers from the West Coast. One I got myself, one I got from Joe. And it's from Monkish and it's from Slice. Joe has really been praising Slice and I love Monkish. Joe loves Monkish too. But I thought it'd be fun to pair these up together because they have similar hops. They're around the same age, so I thought it'd be a bit fun. So we're checking out the Monkish Joint Force Kobra, which is a double dry hopped IPA on 7.1% featuring Simcoe Citra and Motueka hops. This one is a little bit older. This was canned on the 26th of January, and we're like the 3rd or the 4th of March right now. So it's a bit older than this one. You know, it's like 5 weeks or so. And this one from Slice is their Neon Lights Hazy IPA. New England IPA, Hazy IPA on 7% with just Simcoe and Citra. So yeah, this was canned on the 4th of February. It says get lit on the bottom. So this is exactly a month old today, 4 weeks, which is probably perfect for this type of beer. Usually I feel like 4 weeks is around where I prefer to drink the New England IPAs because they're not too green and they're still fresh and vibrant. So I'm thinking I will start with Slice, just because that's not double dry hopped and doesn't have the extra hop. So we'll see how that one is first. So this one pours a nice hazy golden yellow color. It's not the same crazy turkey gravy look as the Monkish beer, but the Monkish one is also double dry hopped, so that might be why it looks a bit more rich. But it looks a lot like a similar type of, look in terms of haze to their the double IPA we had from them. Fuzzy Dreams, was that the name? Something was Dreams. But yeah, that was nice. This one also looks very nice. Whitehead. Let's take out the aroma. I love it, super bright, so I'm hoping it's going to be very bright. Yeah, that smells nice. It's very bright. It almost has West Coast vibes to it because there's like a bit of green, grassy earthiness, like you find in some of their West Coast IPAs, but loads of mosaic, loads of that like blueberry dankness. I love how dank and bright it is. It smells very nice. It actually doesn't smell far off from Trek's IPA. It smells kind of similar, to be honest. It's a very similar expression on the hoppiness. A little bit of sweet estery profile too, nothing crazy. Again, it's like this candy thing with the Slice. It's like Skittles or what's it called? Starburst candy. And this is more like lemon and limey, zesty. And there's a hint of like passion fruit and pineapple too. It smells really nice, super pin bright like my New England IPA. So let's give it a taste, guys. Cheers, and thanks a ton to Joe for this one. Wow, that's really good. Okay, I can see why Joe digs Slice. Super refreshing and drinkable, super crushable, very dry. It's not like as sweet as some other New England IPAs, but I love the dryness on it. It's very much like Trek. Maybe I should try and send you some Trek, Joe, just so you can see what Trek is like. Trek is fantastic. You could drink a few pints of this. I think this is not far off at all for what we're drinking or making in Europe right now. Very similar. Not the thickest of mouthfeel, but quite fluffy. It has a nice ester profile. Again, it's like this candy thing. I think that's quite unique compared to a lot of the European ones. And the hop flavors, it's quite the same. It pops and sings a lot. It reminds me of like Track, or who else does these more bright ones? Dea. Dea for sure. Very good. Very, very good. I'm crushing it, as you see. It's super drinkable. Flavor, again, pops with all those things as the aroma. Same kind of tropical vibes. It's bright tropical fruit, passion fruit, pineapple. It has a very cool, unique Skittles and Starburst kind of candy ester profile. It's dry. It's got a little bit of earthiness and oniony, garlicky tones. Just a little bit, not really bitter at all. It's not like West Coast bitter. It's just like that earthiness. But you get that in a lot of, hazy IPAs. But that is a really, really good, New England IPA. Not world class for me, but just really nice. I'd love to have a 6-pack of something like that in my fridge. Drinks very nicely. So let's jump on to the double dry hop one that's a little bit older. from Monkish, Joint Force Kobra. Of course, a reference to Karate Kid and the TV series that's going on Netflix. I haven't watched it. I didn't watch much Karate Kid growing up, but I know a lot of people love it. So let's jump in. Looks much more hazy. It's got that turkey gravy look that they get at Monkish. But again, I think that's also because this is double dry hopped. It's got a nice white head and more of an orange color to this. I mean, they look very similar on camera, but this just looks a bit more orange. Yeah, looks nice. Let's check out the aroma. Interesting. This is a bit more muted. It's just, a week older than the slice one. It's a bit more muddled and muted. There's definitely more of a sweet, kind of tropical fruity vibe on this. Like there's some like sweeter mango and papaya and stuff like that. It's not that zesty, singy brightness. Interesting enough, it's really not what I usually associate with like Monkish IPA. There we go. There's a bit of that candied kind of thing. There's also a bit of kiwi. Machueca, as far as I remember, is very mango-like, so that makes sense. But it smells really nice. But it's just like, this just popped with that Mosaic blueberry note, which also carries out on the flavor. Or carries over. But let's try Joint Force Kobra. Cheers. Ooh, cool flavors. There is like a minty or Thai basil-y thing and like super bright kiwi. Like really dank too. The mouthfeel on this is much more velvety compared to slice. Definitely. But slice just sings more. Oh, this is really tough. It's like this sings a bit more and pops. But it's more like, it's not like super deep in terms of complexity. Everything is just more in your face. Whereas this is a bit more soft, but more complex. But I think that's just the age on this one. Still rings really nice, Yeah, it has like melon vibes too. Like green melon. That seems like also a thing with all the Monkish. Like most of the Monkish beers have like this melon thing. This, like, I think if this was a week fresher or two, this might have won in terms of which one I prefer. It's so much more soft and complex in terms of esters. There's much more like overripeness going on in this. And then it also has some brightness and some dankness. It has that kiwi and melon thing. And then also these overripe fruits. Whereas this is a bit more, I guess you'd say, classic. Like it kind of tastes, this reminds me of almost like a verdant IPA, like some of the more sweeter ones. And this kind of reminds me of like Dea or Trek. That's kind of funny. I actually think both of these are very close, if not, just as close as a lot of the stuff coming out in Europe. There are still beers from all these breweries, I think, in the States that do it better than a lot of European ones. I think I'm going to tie them, to be honest. I can't really decide on a winner. At first I was thinking maybe, it's going to be Slice, but the more I drink on the Monkish one, the more I'm like, this is very close. It's really interesting how different they are, considering they have pretty much the same amounts of, or the same types of hops. The character of yeast and everything is so much different. But I guess malt also plays in. As you can see, this is a little bit darker. So maybe you have some crystal malts in here that gives more of that sweet kind of flavor profile to it, giving more of that overripe fruitiness. Both are really, really nice, though. Not world class, just really, really nice IPA. I'm thinking like a 93 on both. Really enjoy them. 92, 93, something like that. It's a tie. It's a versus beer that's a tie. It's been a while since we had a tie, I think. But yeah, I can't really decide on which one I prefer. I think I like them equally. So yeah, fun to see. Slice actually held out to a double dry hop Monkish release. That's awesome. I'm really, like, Joe already told me, like, I'm going to get you more Slice, which is awesome. So yeah, that's awesome. We got a Slice hookup now. I mean, those West Coast IPAs, they just had me dreaming and drooling for more West Coast, especially Hippie Cabbage. That was just nuts. So good. So yeah, if you guys had a chance to try either Slice Beer Company Neon Lights or Monkish Joint Force Kobra, let me know what you thought of them. Very nice hazy IPAs from the West Coast of America. Yeah, Very good. So if you had them, let me know as always. From the comments, subscribe, check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it and ring the bell for future notifications about videos. And check out Jow's Arcade, aka Joe. Link for his channel will be down below. And I want to say cheers. Should we do a cuvee? Let's do it. Mix both. Yes, please. That worked amazingly well. Slice of Monkish, you need to do a collab. Wow. That blended so well. It lifts this one. It lifts this, making it more singy and bright. Like, much more like brightness and pithiness and dankness and lemon lime to all those overripe flavors. That's a fucking great blend. There you go. These guys need to collab. But yeah, cheers, guys. And see you in another Versus Beers.